hope everybody is doing good. I just wanted to hop on here, kind of give you a little rundown on some things. First, Joshua from Mysteries Unknown done an interview with Paul and me. You know, it was pre-recorded, and he told me he would let me know when he gets ready to put it out. He's gonna have a lot of editing. Y'all, I felt so bad for him. I'll tell you real quick kind of what happened. We was gonna, meet or, go online with him at 7 o'clock. Well, Paul and I ate dinner around 5, something like that, 5 or 5:30. I think it was around 5. Well, y'all, I almost got choked. It was bad. And so, afterwards, which I just kept coughing. And I mean, it literally felt like my throat was like ripped or something. I don't know. But so when we, started talking with Josh, I was still coughing, which my allergies, I've been coughing a lot anyway because of the allergies. And that just made everything. And I was trying to talk and I would start coughing. We'd have to stop. And he told me, he said, we can do this another time. And which, I probably would have. But, Paul was like, well, I don't know when I'll be able to, do this again. It's kind of hard for him to set a time. He's so busy. But, so we continued. And I feel so bad for Josh. It was terrible. He's going to have a lot of editing to do. And hopefully he can edit out some of my coughing. And I kept having to take drinks all the time. Which I do that a lot anyways. It's just the allergies. I have them year round, but they're really bad in the spring and in the fall. I usually wind up getting sick and I have to go get a shot. But so far, so good. But anyways, but I was going to just let y'all know to be on the lookout for that. Hopefully he can put it together. If not, I'll let y'all know. But when he gets it ready to put out, I'll let y'all know that as well. But I was also going to let y'all know that now, this week I've been really busy. I'm so tired. And, it's been rainy. I haven't been outside much. But, y'all, I've got some crazy stuff going on. And actually, I went back and looked at my videos, and it was April 27th. It's number 34 on my channel. And if y'all want to skip, if you want to go back and watch and skip through the first part, it's at the 12-minute mark when I start talking about this again. But the other day, I think it was Wednesday, I was upstairs. It was during the day. I was cleaning my bathroom. Well, then I hear something hit that propane tank. It was knocking on the propane tank. So I turn around. I have blinds up there, and I raised the blinds. I looked, didn't see anything. I thought, it's done this before. It done this last year, April 27th. Or that's when I done a video on it. So it was around the end of April. But, I looked. I thought, a bird maybe, but it does not sound like a hard beak hitting it, And I'll explain that in a minute. So I never, I just went on about what I was doing. Well, then last night, I go upstairs to take a shower. I was in the bathroom. And it was, Paul, he had come in early. It was kind of rainy. It had quit raining at this point, but he was tired. And so, it wasn't dark yet. And he said, I'm just going to come on in and get my shower and lay down and rest. He's wanting to lay down and watch TV. So, he already had his shower and everything, and I was going up to take mine. And, I was in the bathroom. And then all of a sudden, I hear something knocking on that tank again. So I turn around. My back was to the window. I turn around, and, I stepped over and raised up the blind. I don't see anything. I'm like, what in the world is doing this? And so I, closed the blind, and, I was getting stuff ready. started doing it again. So I turned back around, raise up the blind. Still, I don't see anything, you know. And so I had, you know, let the blind go back down. And I was standing right there, and it done it again. And I raised up the blind just like within seconds. And as I could still hear it after I got the blind raised. It was like the echoing of the tank. There was nothing there. And, you know, you can see under the tank, you know, like some daylight. You know, I didn't see no movement in that little couple inches there. Now on each end, it's shadowed. And I actually filmed it for y'all so that way you can see kind of what it looks like. You know, it's hard to see through the screen, and the window on the outside needs to be cleaned. Sorry about that. But, you know, just to kind of give y'all an idea. But then, so actually, I went ahead and I put my phone in the window and recorded while I took a shower. And, you know, which, I mean, it did nothing. It never happened. You know, I mean, nothing came up anyways. You know, and so, this morning, when I have to get up early, go pick up my little grandson, and I'm trying to think about what time it was. I don't know. It's probably about 6:40. And it was pouring down rain at this point. And I was, you know, trying to get stuff done. I was making our bed and getting stuff done upstairs. And then I was going to go into the bathroom and get dressed real quick so I could leave to go get him. Well, by the time I had got the bed and everything made, the rain had let up. It was still raining, you know, but not real hard. And I went to the bathroom and started getting dressed, and it started knocking on that tank again. And so I went over, I raised up the blind, and I mean, nothing. You know, it does not sound like a bird. And I got thinking, I don't think a bird would be out there pecking on this tank while it was raining. I mean, who knows? Maybe so. I don't know. But, and it, like I said, is about the same time last year. I started doing this. It started doing this. But I don't know. It's got me really puzzled. I mean, could it be a young Sasquatch that's just, you know, playing games? You know, I don't know. It's just weird. But Paul went up there earlier. I don't know. He's been outside to look for tracks, which it poured down rain today. You know, I don't know if there would be any tracks to find. But it's just weird, y'all. I don't understand. I don't think it's a bird. And I've never seen a bird fly off from there. And I really don't think a bird would be outside in the rain, you know, just pecking on the tank. And it seems that, you know, I hear it when I'm up there. You know, I don't know. It's just crazy. I mean, and there's times, you know, I mean, I'm up there, you know, and I don't hear anything. Now, I do hear stuff. It sounds like it hits the house. But, you know, I don't know. But, so I'm going to try to start recording when I go up to the bathroom. Like tonight, when I go up there to get ready for a shower, I'm going to put the, maybe the recorder or probably my phone, because I don't know how to transfer over the recorder, what's on the recorder, to be able to, for y'all to hear it good. So I'll probably just put my phone, I'm just going to lay it in the window. I'm not going to put it up in the window like I'm filming like I did last night, to where if it, you know, starts pecking on the tank, y'all can hear what I'm hearing. But anyways, I'm going to go out and show y'all around the tank again. I done the same thing last year, but I'm going to do it again. But it's just weird. I don't know. But anyways, I will take y'all outside here in just a minute. Okay, that's where the tank is from my bathroom window. And as you can tell, you can see daylight, you know, under pretty much all of it except for the 2 spots on the end. Sorry about it's hard to film through the screen, plus the window is a little dirty. But I just want to give y'all a view from this right here. It's, you know, the tank actually looks further than what it is. It's only about 25 foot probably from the bathroom window. But I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're at the back of the house. There's my bathroom window. But I'm not seeing, you know, any tracks. Chicken poop. But you can see how close the woods are. But I was going to show y'all. Okay, I got this little rock here. Okay, you see how that sounds kind of sharp? You know, that's what I would figure a bird beak would sound like. But what I hear sounds like this. That's what I'm hearing. It don't make no sense to me. You know, it don't sound like that. And that's Paul making noise again. He's always making noise. But, so I don't know. I really don't know. It don't make a lick of sense. Now, could something, you know, run up and hit it? And I mean, I've seen these things move. So, I mean, it don't even make sense how fast they move. And then run into there real quick. Wouldn't surprise me. But, you know, when I looked out the window that one time, it was still making that noise. I don't know. It don't make no sense to me, though. Somebody even suggested the mimicking, you know. And, you know, I guess anything's possible. I don't know. You know, I know some people don't believe in the mimicking, but I do. I watched a video the other day of he was an autistic boy, and he went to school, and they were having a talent contest, and this boy could do all kinds of bird calls, sound identical, and he actually won the contest. He was that good. So you can't tell me that something that lives in nature couldn't mimic sounds that they hear often. You know, it's only common sense. And, you know, I've heard people say that they hear, you know, what sounds like chainsaws or tractors, and there's nothing out there. You know, there's nobody out there with a chainsaw or a tractor, so I don't know. It just don't make no sense to me. But like I said, tonight, whenever I go up, I'm not gonna put the phone in the window because, you know, I think they know this stuff. They probably already know what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna take my phone up and sit it up there to where, you know, if it does it again, maybe I can record what I'm hearing. Because I don't think if I put my phone back up in the window that they would do it. You know, if it's them. You know, I can't say, oh, it's definitely a Sasquatch. No. But I can't figure out what's doing it because I do not believe it's a bird. I could be wrong. Maybe I got a bird that likes their propane tank. I don't know. And he likes to come around the end of April and peck on it. You know, end of April, beginning of May. But anyways, I I will get off here. If anything else happens, I will let y'all know. Well, we're up here sitting in the yard watching the deer. That one doe there, she is definitely gonna have babies soon. Baby or babies. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video, and then like I said, I'm gonna take my phone up to when I go take a shower, and if I hear that noise again, I'm gonna, you know, be recording in case it does it again. And if it does, I'll add it to this video. If not, then this will be the end of the video. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Love and appreciate y'all. Take care, and God bless.